Hi guys, so we're in a bit of a different filming location today and we're going to do a Pilates workout with no equipment. So if you have no equipment at home, this Pilates workout is perfect for you. So just come and start on all fours. You're going to be your hands in line with your shoulders, your knees in line with your hips. We're just going to warm up your spine. So just taking an inhale, tilting your tailbone all the way up, looking up towards the ceiling, pressing your shoulders away from your ears. And on your exhale, tucking your tailbone under, looking all the way through your legs, pressing the shoulders away from your back. Inhale, looking all the way up, arching your lower back, feeling that nice stretch through your spine. And on your exhale, tucking all the way under again, squeeze the hands into the floor, engage through your core. And last time, just inhale, looking all the way up. Feeling that lovely stretch through the lower back. And then exhale, press the hands into the floor. Curving your spine, look all the way through the legs. And then coming back to your neutral tabletop position. We're going to start working through your right leg. So your right leg is going to extend behind you. And you're just going to simply lift that leg and lower it all the way down. Making sure you're pointing through your toes and extending through the back of that knee. Squeezing to lift and slowly drop down. Perfect. Moving with control. The slower you move, the more you're going to feel your glutes working. So making sure you've not got floppy feet, so you're really tensing and pointing the toes on the end of your leg. So exhale as you lift, inhale as you slowly tap down. Perfect. We don't need equipment always in Pilates to have a fiery workout, so we're still going to make you burn today. Moving nice and slow, squeezing through the glutes, through the hamstrings, and working all down the back line of your leg. Perfect, guys. On your next one, you're going to lift your opposite arm to your leg. So you're going to lift that leg up, take a moment to find your balance, slowly lengthen that opposite arm to leg. You're going to bring your knee towards your elbow, squeeze through your core, and then slowly lengthen all the way out through your fingertips as well as your toes. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, squeeze to lengthen, find that two-way pull. And again, inhale to pull. Exhale to lengthen. You're pressing that right hand into your mat to get those shoulders down your back and away from your ears. Perfect, guys. Thinking about your posture here. Squeeze to lengthen. Find that two-way stretch from your fingers all the way through your toes. Abs engaged, helping you with your balance. Just finding something still in front of you to focus on, keeping your eye line down at the very top of your mat. Perfect, guys. On your next one, we're going to take a hold, keeping everything extended behind you. We're going to tap the fingers and the toes down, and then we're going to squeeze to lift. Making sure, again, you're not moving aimlessly through those hands. You're squeezing through the fingers, keeping tension through your shoulders and your upper body as you lift that arm in line with the leg. Squeezing up and tap down. Amazing. Working through your back, your glutes and your hamstrings. Keep stretching through those feet. Perfect, guys. You've got 8 more like this, and then you can put that hand down. Last 7. Final 6. Last 5. Final 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, squeeze into lift. Place that hand all the way down. You're going to take your left forearm down onto the mat now and just placing your right hand firmly on top. You're going to take that leg out to the side and sweep it back in line with your hip. Making sure you're not taking the leg too high, it's just staying in nice alignment with your hips. Inhale to press forward, exhale to press back. Lifting through the waist. Engaging through your abs here to help you with your balance. Slowly press forward and slowly pull back. Perfect. Just giving those wrists a little bit of a break as well. Pointing through those feet and extending through the back of that leg. Perfect. Pretending like you're pressing through honey. You want to move really slow. Squeeze to control and pull back. On your next one, we add on. We tap the floor in front and then we lift. We take that leg back in line. We squeeze forward, tap down, and lift. This is the point where you realize you really do not need equipment to feel that burn. Your underneath leg, your supporting leg is also going to be feeling this here as well. That's normal. Amazing. Keep pushing through that burn here. We have 8 more like this. Last 7. Final 6. Perfect, guys. You're here for your last 5. Again, still moving slow. When you get tired, don't start to rush for 4. Last 3. Final 2, pointing through those feet. You know what's coming. We're going to hold on your next one. We hold and we take small pulses up to the top, squeezing and pulsing, lengthening through those feet. Squeeze, lift out of your waist. Amazing, guys. We're pulsing for 10, 9, 8. Keeping that leg lifted for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, coming all the way down. Perfect. Just slowly rolling all the way up, and then we're going to come into your lying down position. So just shuffle forward to the front of your mat and come and roll all the way down through your spine. We're going to keep both of your feet firmly planted on the floor. We're going to come into your shoulder bridges. Arms are going to be extended in line with the shoulders. We take an inhale here, and on your exhale, you're going to roll up through the spine, peeling the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, and then rolling down through each vertebrae as well as you lower down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tilting the pelvis, rolling all the way up. Really firmly pressing your feet down into the floor so you can add a little bit more engagement through your glutes and hamstrings. Perfect, guys. Energy through those fingertips, keeping your arms nice and extended. Amazing. Slowly rolling up through the spine and slowly dropping back down through the spine. Engaging through the glutes, through the hamstrings, squeezing through that back line of your body. Perfect, guys. On your next one, we're going to hold at the top. You're going to lift your heels up, lower them down, and then roll all the way back down through your spine again. Inhale. Exhale to squeeze and roll all the way up. Come up onto your tiptoes, drop the heels, and then slowly coming all the way back down. Perfect. Abs are engaged here, thinking about making sure your ribs are pulled down towards your hips. So what I mean is you don't want to flare through your chest. You don't want to be exposing through your chest and rib cage. You want to keep those ribs closed nice and tight. Belly button pulled in towards your spine, and your abs engaged, even though we're working through your glutes and hamstrings. Amazing, guys. Taking your time. Squeezing to roll all the way up, just warming up those glutes. Gorgeous. And on your next one, we're going to hold at the top, and we're just going to lift and lower the heels. We lift and lower. Stay lifted in your full bridge position. We're coming up onto the tiptoes, lifting up those heels nice and slow. Try not to drop them. You want to control to lower those heels down and control to peel them up. Squeezing through those glutes, just giving your calves a little bit of a warm up here. Perfect. Coming up onto those toes for 8. For 7. Last 6. Moving as slow as you can, building up that burn for 5. Last 4. For 3, for 2, final 1, holding it here. We're going to pulse your hips up and halfway down. Squeeze the whole time. Even as you lower, try not to release that tension. We're engaging through those glutes. Perfect. Moving with control. We slowly lift, slowly drop halfway down. Amazing. Perfect, guys. Pressing the hips up towards the floor, lifting those hip bones up towards the ceiling. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeezing as hard as you can for 4, for 3, for 2. Last 1, holding it here. We lower those hands down. We lift them up. We drop the hips halfway. We lift. Lower halfway down. Lift. Drop those hips and lift. Perfect. Hands touch the floor. We squeeze halfway through those glutes and straight back up again. Amazing, guys. You're still on the tips of your toes here. Try not to drop those heels. Abs in tight, halfway down with those hips, straight back up. Amazing. Energy through those fingertips. Taking your time, guys. Moving with control. Perfect. Try not to arch through the lower back. We're keeping that pelvis tucked under as we lower halfway. You've just got 8 more here, guys. Keep pushing through that burn. Last 7. Final 6. For 5, do not let those glutes touch the floor. Avoid that temptation. For 4. Last 3, keep using your breath. Last 2. Final 1, holding at the top. We finish with pulses for the last time. Still on those tiptoes. You've not dropped your heels just yet. Pulse into the top for 8. 7, can you squeeze even harder for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling all the way down. Amazing. Hug those knees into your chest, and hopefully your glutes are feeling nice and warm. From here, we're going to place the feet down. We're going to come into a little bit of abs just to give those glutes a rest. So your hands are going to come behind your head. Taking an inhale here, we keep the elbows wide. On your exhale, we take your Pilates curl up. So lifting up the spine and then slowly dropping the shoulders back down again. Keeping the feet just hands distance away from your glutes and your feet just hip distance apart. So we inhale to roll down. Exhale to slowly squeeze and roll all the way up. Drawing your belly button towards your spine. Squeezing through the abdominals as you lift and slowly lower. Keeping the elbows as wide as you can. Try not to pull them towards your face. Perfect, guys. Moving with control. Seeing if you can lift those shoulders a little bit higher and seeing if you can lower the shoulders down even slower. Amazing. Keeping that head in line with the spine. Try not to tuck your chin to your chest. Amazing. We inhale to drop down. Exhale, squeeze to lift. And on your next one, we're holding it at the top. Squeeze and hold it here. We lift your right leg into tabletop and your left leg joins. We drop the shoulders and the toes and then we squeeze to lift everything up together. Squeezing into your center. And then slowly dropping down. Inhale. Exhale to roll up. Inhale to drop down. As you drop down, you want to make sure you're imprinting your spine into the mat. So trying your best not to lift up through that lower back. Making sure there's no space between the mat and your back. Amazing. So you're squeezing to lift. Belly button pulled in towards your spine the whole time, even as you lower and even as you lift. Keeping those feet together if you can, trying to move them at the same time. You don't want one foot hitting the floor before the other. Amazing, really burning out those abs here. This is a killer. Keeping those elbows wide, lifting up those shoulders, squeezing into the center line of your body. Perfect, guys. You have got 8 more like this. Keep pressing through that burn. Last 7. Final 6 like this. Can you lift those shoulders a little bit higher for your last 5? Final 4. Last 3 like this. Really getting those shoulders up and those knees towards your chest for 2. And your last one is here. We hold at the top. We just take little pulses through those shoulders, reaching towards your thighs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way down. Knees to chest. Open them nice and wide. Take little circles with your knees. Catching your breath here. Just rock side to side if you need to. Amazing. And then we are staying on your back. We're going to come into some single leg shoulder bridges. So we're still working that right side that we worked before. That means your right leg is staying on the floor. And your left leg is going to sweep all the way up to your tabletop position. So hands by your side. We're going to roll all the way up through your spine to begin with both feet planted on the floor. You take an inhale. On your exhale, you sweep that left leg all the way down. You lift it straight up to your tall position. We lower the hips all the way down. We inhale. And on that exhale, we roll all the way up, stretching that leg all the way up to the sky. Inhale to drop down. Exhale, squeeze to press up through that right side. So we're working this right glute mainly, squeezing to lift. Amazing. Keeping that tailbone tucked under. We roll down through the spine and back up through the spine. Perfect, guys. Squeezing that right foot down into the floor to allow you to lift your hips up. Lower down slow and squeezing up slow. You're working through those right glutes and hamstrings. Inhale to lower, exhale to squeeze and lift. At the top of your next one, we take a sweep down. We sweep that left leg down slow. We lift it up slow and then we drop your hips all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze to lift. And carefully lower your hips back down. Taking your time here, we just have 8 like this, extending through those feet and those knees as much as you can. This is your last 7. Perfect. Final 6. Can you take that leg even slower? Carefully sweeping. You're here for 5. Actively thinking about working through those glutes. Last 4. Amazing, guys. You're here for your final 3. Slowly pressing up. Engage that foot into the floor. Still working through that, honey, as we were before. This is your last 2. Final one, we take those hips all the way up and we just focus on your sweep. Squeeze through your glutes. Mind to muscle connection, thinking about working through the back of that leg. We slowly sweep that leg down. Taking your time for 8. Point those toes for 7. Last 6. For 5. Stay lifted through those hips for 4. 3. 2. Hold it here, little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, leaving your leg where it is. Just lower those hips all the way down. We're going to come into your scissors. We're going to hold on to that left leg, straight into some abs. We extend through that right leg. We curl up through your spine. Keep holding on through that calf or the back of your knee. And then we scissor those legs. We stretch the right leg in, bending the elbows. And then we stretch that left leg in, bending the elbows. Your shoulders are lifted, so you're squeezing through your core here. Belly button towards your spine. Perfect, guys. Straight from those glutes to your abs. Amazing. Pointing through the toes, stretching through the back of your leg. Squeeze in, lifting up those shoulders. Amazing. Lengthening out through your legs. Perfect, guys. Working through your core here. Keeping those shoulders lifted. Can you lift even higher? Belly button pulled in towards your spine. You're here for 8. For 7. Last 6. For 5. For 4. Working through those lower abs as you get that leg low. For 3. For 2. Last one, holding it here. We're going to slowly take your chest and shoulders back down, leaving that leg in tabletop. We sweep your hands behind your head. We lift the chest and shoulders and we twist towards that right knee. And then we switch over to that left side, lengthening out opposite leg. Amazing. Thinking about keeping your elbows wide. You're taking the chest towards that leg as opposed to the elbow towards that leg. Squeezing through your center. Really twisting through the obliques here. Pointing through those feet. Amazing. Keep moving from side to side. Trying not to pause in the middle. Inhale as you twist. Exhale, take your chest towards that thigh. You've got 8, 7, for 6. You're almost there, just 5. Final 4, squeezing through your core for 3. Last 2. Final 1, we hold and pause at this side. We pulse that leg up and down. Keep twisting through the center for 8, 7, 6, 5. Then we switch. 4, 3, 2. Switching sides. Take it all the way across. Amazing. Pulsing up. Lengthen through those feet for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep twisting. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come into your chest, catching your breath. Taking a little breather here, and then when you're ready, hands on the backs of your legs, roll yourself all the way up, and we're going to come into your all fours on the opposite side. So I'm just going to turn around. You can stay facing the same way. We're going to come back onto all fours, take a little breath here, and then when you're ready, your left leg is going to extend behind you. Lift out of those shoulders, we lift that leg and slowly tap down. Inhale to tap, and exhale to slowly lift. Perfect. Abs pulled in nice and tight here as well. Belly button towards your spine. Carefully taking that leg down and carefully squeezing to lift. Stretching through that knee. And remembering to point your toes as hard as you can. I promise you're going to feel it way more through your glutes if you've got a strong pointed foot. Amazing. Only taking that leg in line with the spine. Making sure we're not getting into that lower back. Amazing, guys. Moving with control. Perfect. We're going to start to add your opposite arm to leg in on your next one. Lifting up that leg. Slowly lengthen that right arm. You pull your knee towards your elbow, squeezing through your abs as well. And then you lengthen the fingers and the toes. Opposite direction. Squeeze through the center. And then finding that two-way pull, your arm and leg both extend. Perfect. Pressing that left hand into the floor to allow you to lift out of your shoulders instead of slouching all the way down. You're growing tall. Inhale to pull. Exhale to press. Amazing. Taking your time. Working on your core strength here as well as engaging those glutes. Perfect, guys. On your next one, we keep your arm and leg extended, and we're just going to tap all the way down. We squeeze to press. Lower the fingers and toes, and lift. Inhale to tap. Exhale to squeeze. Keep lifting out of those shoulders. Keep growing tall. Head in line with the spine. Just a light tap on the floor, but keeping energy through the ends of your body. Amazing. Finding that two-way pull. We squeeze. Slowly lifting up and down just for 8. For 7, then the hand comes down. Last 6. Moving slowly from your center for 5. Last 4. For 3. For 2. Final 1, lifting that opposite arm to leg, and your hand comes all the way down. Your right forearm lowers, your left hand just comes on top of that right forearm. We're going to kick that leg slowly forward and carefully taking it back in line with the body. Stretching through the feet and your knees, keeping that leg just in line with the spine. Try not to take it too high or too low. Amazing. Lifting through the waist. And remember, the shoulders are down your back. You're lifting tall. Perfect. Amazing. Keep pressing your hands into the mat to allow you to lift out of your body. Gorgeous, guys. Sweeping that leg forward nice and slowly. And on your next one, we add that little tap down. We tap, lift, and sweep that leg back. If your neck starts to ache, you can always look over this side, just releasing a little bit of tension through the back of that neck. Perfect. We've got 8 more like this. Again, you're going to feel this in your supporting leg as well as that active leg. For 7, that is normal. Just push through that burn. That's how we're going to get stronger. For 6. Final 5 here, and then we finish with those pulses, moving as slow as you can, taking your time for 4. Final 3.